We are live from the world famous Fadeaway Barbershop, 3400 South Jones, Suite 21. And this is the Cloth Talk Show. I am one of your hosts, BI Services, and my other partner, you know him, the legend, my partner for Cloth Talk is popping up any second.
What
Here
up,
we
what up,
go.
what up? It's your
Introduce
boy.
yourself. Introduce yourself.
It's your boy, man. Lauren the Barber, man. Back up in this joint. Represent Fadeaway LV. Y'all know what time it is. Cloth Talk Podcast, where we connect the financial literacy to the barber world. And we did that thing this past weekend, man. Amen.
Yeah. So what'd you do this weekend?
Man, we went to the Las Vegas Barber Expo and we welcomed everybody back to Las Vegas, our town. And we went and we mingled with our fellow barbers, barbershop owners, all of that during the weekend, man. Got plenty of content. We got great interviews from great people. And man, I just thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was just the it was that culmination of the saying, if you do what you love to do, you'll never work a day of your life. You know what I mean? And actually, the more work you do, the more that you will enjoy yourself.
Yeah. All right. So when people go to places like this, they hire people sometimes, right? So what would you have advice? What would you have advice for people that are hiring people to help them at events like this? What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, the main thing that you want to do is that you want to thoroughly go over everything that you want with a person. You know, anybody that you're hiring, your team, you know, even yourself. You know what I mean? You want to know exactly what is the goal in whatever we're endeavoring, and you put that plain and clear in contract. You know, have all the details in contract, and then I mean you go for it, man. You go for it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Huh?
All right. Well, first topic today, we're gonna get on to SMH. SMH. You were talking about them last week, right?
Yes,
SMH
sir.
ETF, the semiconductor ETF, says has been riding the wave of AI growth. Chip demand from NVIDIA, AMD, and others is fuel. Stock gains. AI is becoming the backbone of tech and business today. So, would you recommend people, or do you do yourself? Do you get more of the ETFs, or do you just go on and just buy more of the semiconductors?
I'm more leaning. I mean, I definitely buy the semiconductors because I want that massive growth, you know. But I lean more towards the ETFs as a foundation. I actually put more ETFs in my Roth IRA for retirement, you know, because it just covers the sectors more solid, you know. And I just look at it as anything that you do, you want to make sure that the foundation is solid. And when you know that you have a solid foundation like that, you're more risk adverse to go for the big gain, you know, because you know, like at the end of the day, I'm safe because I cover my foundation, you know, all angles. But you know, so now I can go for the big one, you know.
Yeah. Um, Without the chips, no AI, right? AI
Yeah.
doesn't
Well, I
function
mean,
without
you'll have it. You'll have it, but it won't be the type of the GPUs make everything go faster. You know, it makes it way more efficient. You know, so yeah. So what we have today, if we
won't
don't
run
have
without those chips.
no, not the GPU. If you don't have the
Yeah,
GPU, it ain't gonna do like how we doing it. You know, not
yeah.
even
So
close.
without these chips, AI won't run. And then I read about some investors. Most investors feel safe by that really don't know too much about AI, but they're hearing so much about it. They're trying to do their research and things on it. But right now, just to be in the race, they're putting a lot of their money in this ETF, SMH. It's a safe way for them to invest in AI right now. So
Man, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely 100%. And like we went through last week, man. How much percentage was it that it went up in last 3 years?
Like 200 and something, I believe, right?
Like 290%. Pretty much
Yeah, is that
30,
what it was? Yeah.
pretty
Mm,
much 100% a year. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that just lets you know that
279%. So basically 280%
now.
in 5
Oh,
years. Yeah. Really,
man,
really
that
over 50%.
yeah. So
Over 50% a year. That's amazing.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, let me see what we got. We got 280 divided by 360. Well, I mean, 90 something actually, because 99 times three is 207. 9 times three is
Yeah.
27.
Yeah, but that's 5 years, not 3 years.
Oh, 5 year.
Yeah.
Okay, way better than what the banks
Fifty
is
percent at
giving.
least. At 50%
Yeah.
at least, and then you break it into what? Five goes into 30. How many times? 6 times. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, about 55%.
So what the banks giving us? You know what I'm saying? What's Chase and Wells Fargo and all of them, what they giving you on the
Well,
bank
Wells
account?
Fargo's, Chase, Bank of America, all those are giving you nothing. You actually have to continue to put a certain amount of money in there, have enough, or have a certain amount of deposits, or what do they call when you work at a real job? For direct
Yeah,
deposit.
direct
Uh,
deposit.
yeah, if you don't have those type of things, they're gonna charge you. So they're gonna take your money. and but
Man,
so but where we are at, what is it? What's the bank that what's where we at right now? Capital One. Capital
Capital One.
banking, checking, and savings are giving percentages. I believe our savings is giving us 4 to 6%, something like that.
What was like it's almost 4%. It was
Almost
4,
four. Almost four.
but it's
Okay,
like 3.67 something right now. You
that's
know?
four. That's rounded off, baby. Rounded off.
Yeah,
4%. They're giving you 4% up there at the savings at Capital One. So you guys need to tap into that right now. You guys need to go up
yeah.
and look up that so you can start making some money on your money instead of just messing with these banks and trying to look nice in front of everybody and tell everybody I got Wells Fargo and Bank of America and all that. They're robbing you, man. They're robbing you. So and
And you
and do you
get
think
savings
that
check,
what'd you say? You gotta let's go.
and you can get a savings in the check just like a regular bank. You can get checks, you get debit card. They have a branch. Like if you're in Las Vegas, um we have one in a mall, in a fashion show mall, and they are not
I thought it was
all
the
of
Meadows Mall. I thought it was the Meadows Mall. It's the fashion show mall.
metal mall. I thought it was the fashion show because it's on the
Fashion
strip.
show's
Yes,
on the strip. The fashion
yes,
show is on the
yes, in
yeah.
the fashion show.
Oh, so it's
And
the
then
fashion show. Oh, I thought
yeah,
you said it was the one on Flamingo in Maryland. That's the one I thought you said. Where the school was at? No, where we went to go see the school.
I mean they might have one over there too. If I hope they do, got two of them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But if you look it up on Google, it's gonna tell you on the strip. So
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's fashion. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And could the U.S.-China chip war slow down this movement? We keep talking about China making their own chip. Do you think that this can slow it down? Do you think they can slow AI down? I'm sorry, not AI. Do you believe they can slow this chip rally that's going on down
Now how would they slow it down if they're
by putting their
participating?
own chip out, by putting their own chip out and slowing the income from there, from everybody using NVIDIA to using their chip?
So you saying slowing down the video? They're not slowing down the chip rally as in general,
Well,
slowing down.
SMH, right? All those are American chips, right? None of
So you
them
saying
are.
slow down the rally of American chips?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they come in and compete, but as it looks to me right now that nobody's competing like Nvidia. So when they're coming, anybody else is coming with anything else. Nvidia's making moves. Nobody's making moves like Nvidia, man. 5 billion with Intel. Uh, how many billion with OpenAI? The leader in AI. Period. How many billion they put
I
up
think they
in
said they were going to do 100 billion, but they're going to start with 10 billion right off the start. They're going to give them 10 billion, but the plan is to give them over 100 million. I mean, over 100 billion. So they're going to
man?
start giving them 10 billion right off the bat, and then they're going to, over time, I guess, see how it goes, and they want to eventually put 100 billion into it.
Yeah, man. Ain't no stopping those guys, man, because the thing is they got more money than they got more money, way more money than China, the country. You know what I'm saying? Period. And then they're nobody making moves like them, you know? Like nobody's making moves like them, man. It ain't no stopping. They're not stopping at all. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see them stopping it at all either. That's what I was gonna say, man. Nvidia is worth more than their country. Um, you
Mm-hmm.
know, with capital, you know, and smart people behind capital, it doesn't seem like China could slow down Nvidia for sure. I don't know about some of the other ones, but we're talking about SMH. So SMH, I don't think they can slow down SMH. I do think China will eventually make a run. I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years from now, that may compete with something if they really, put their mind to it and things like that. They're pretty smart and stuff over there. Got a lot of different resources, easy to get to resources and things like that. But no, so I do not see it slowing up no time soon, and that means in no time in the next 5, 10 years.
Yeah, no. What you said, I can see them. People like cheap stuff. You feel me? They're gonna come. It's gonna be like the other technology that they come with. They're gonna have the more um, economical option, like they always do. But far as the quality, nah, man. And then SMH, like you said, Nvidia is always the most. Um, they have the most shares inside of SMH. So yeah, you always come out on top investing in SMH.
Okay, okay, all right. Okay. An AI generated artist named Exena Monet just landed a $3 million record deal. She's backed by songwriter Talisha Jones, but marketed as a full AI star. Do AI artists take the opportunities away from human musicians?
That's interesting, man. Real interesting. I seen her too. I seen the
You
clip.
listen to her music?
Yeah, I'm not anything other than the clip that I seen on Rashad. Um, Shout out to Rashad, Earn Your Leisure. He had a clip on his Instagram with her singing and with it, it's singing and
You don't want to call it a her?
man, it's AI, brother. That's how these folks gonna fall in love with robots and stuff like that because they're gonna uh, account them as real human beings. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's a computer generated person and computer generated voice and all of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody could be in love with that person. You talking like
For real, and be real for real. Come for you. Like,
that?
hold on, you talking to about my girlfriend? Hey, bro, hey, it is what it is, man. But that's why we have a job to keep people in reality,
Yeah.
because people are gonna get caught up in this digital virtual world like they already are. You know, Grok has an option where they can fall in love with a cartoon woman, like an anime woman, on there, and there's no limits to how you can talk to that thing. So there, you get to have a sexual conversation with the cartoon lady on Grok, and I'm sure already that they're falling in love. But yeah, I mean, they gotta come better though, man. If they're competing with the AI, you gotta come better. You gotta know how to utilize the AI. It's no different in every aspect. You know what I mean? Maybe you have to have an AR artist yourself. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And I guess labels are trying to back this now. So labels, with all that money that they're putting into things, it's they're probably gonna get some hitters out of there. But yeah, the question is, do I think AI artists take away opportunity from human musicians? No, no.
Mm-hmm.
You need to use it. You need
Exactly.
to use this to your. You need to use AI to your advantage in some type of way. I know, everybody that's doing stuff needs a little bit of help, and you could have AI these could be part of your partners. It could be one of your groups that you put out with you or what. But you got to use AI. It's not taking opportunity away. It's giving you actually level and playing field with some of these labels with all this money that are putting out um, these artists that are spending so much money to market these artists. You know, you can market this AI right through the internet for free almost, you know, or very low, $100 a month. You can have it like we got it popping, right?
So yes,
You can
sir.
have it to where your
We
social
know.
media is popping up
Yeah,
3-4 times a day. You
we
know,
know we know firsthand. You know,
yeah.
shot
So,
and just for that. And speaking on that, barbers, if you want to be tapped all the way in AI, come join the team, and we show you how to do that thing. You know,
yeah,
but you said something key though, man. Like think about how much it costs for features on your album to get a singer on your album. Think of how much they had to pay Nate Dogg for a hook. You feel what I'm saying? Lil Jon for the hook.
and remember, it's them. Everybody loves Usher and Nate Dogg and all that, but you love the sound. If Usher got on there and not sounding like Usher, you would give a fuck. If Nate Dogg got on there and not sounding like Nate Dogg after a while, like how Bobby Brown sounds now. Nobody wants to hear Bobby Brown sing no more. You want to hear that old shit because you like that old voice. So people like the voices and they like the beat. So guess what? Now you got
yeah,
an advantage to go up in there and get a Nate Dogg sound just like that
yeah,
with that type of tune, or getting a little John beat, like you say, real close to that,
yeah,
without having to pay somebody from here to here, and you know. It's already did it with the videos.
yeah,
Remember how much videos were? Count to 1 million with Jay-Z. Remember that? Now videos
yeah.
get made up.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about they already get him the feature?
Well, no, remember when they was doing the Pippin video? What is it called? Big Pippin.
Big Pimp.
Yeah, remember
Huh?
him and Hype Williams? You said that he had a little video talking about how they were, you know, spending $1 million on this video. You know,
Yeah,
and he was like, count to 1 million. That's what the whole little 20-minute video, documentary was about. It's like a
yeah,
million. Ain't nobody spending no $1 million in no goddamn video right now. It's too easier with the videos that everybody got now, the cameras that everybody got, the editing that everybody got. People shooting videos for $5, $10. Look really good, $100, $200. So things have changed. So now you don't have to spend money for beats like that, for sounds like that, for a singer, for a person to harmonize with you. You can have a whole Boys to Men if you get down. So,
the truth.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. And they were saying, how can real artists compete if labels start putting millions behind AR stars? So I guess we just kind of covered that,
Yeah.
right? I mean, unless
Yes,
you
sir.
want to
Yeah.
touch on that. How can a
That's
real
that
artist
was,
compete? How can a real artist compete if labels are putting millions behind AR stars? You want to say
you
something
know.
about that?
Let me tap on something else though, because it's two different mind states that we just went over. It's a person that's looking for a handout and the person that's handing out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's no different from being an employee to being an employer. So as long as you always thinking as I'm the employer, you know what I'm saying? I'm the person that's selling instead of consuming. You feel what I'm saying? You'll always stay on top of this type of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, I was going to talk about Uber. They said Uber reported $120 million in daily revenue by touching three industries: the Uber rides, and you got the Uber Eats, and you got the Uber Freight.
Mm-hmm.
So, should Uber be valued as a tech company or a transportation company?
Right, as a tech company, I mean they like hand in hand nowadays, right? I mean, for real, everybody's gonna be an AI company in a minute because everybody's gonna have an AI aspect. It don't matter what industry you're in. So, like everything's technical, everything AI. So, I mean, it's gonna have to be um, they're a what they call a transportation tech company. You're gonna have to add them both. They're that both of them will go hand in hand.
Yeah, because data driven is they got a Uber's got a, it's not just rides, it's logic. They got logic numbers of
Okay.
how they pay you and how they advertise, and how they take funds from you, and all. It's all through computers. They're not putting a pencil and writing it down. So uh, I would say yeah, we go hand in hand. But in the text, I mean, in the sectors, there's transportation sector, right, and there's a tech section, right.
As of
No,
right
I
now.
know it's tech
As
sector, obviously.
I mean, they've been saying that Tesla has been a tech company since the beginning, and as you know, they're more known for their transportation. But let me do this real quick though. While the getting is good, Miko _T3 said, "Hey y'all, I'll be moving to Vegas soon from New Orleans, and I'll be bringing my son to your shop. Shout out to Miko underscore T3. We can't wait to
Thank you. We appreciate that.
straight up.
Hope to see you.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, so I was saying about the Uber, man, what does that say though, man? I mean the Uber rides, yeah, people need rides going to work and things like that, you know, but the Uber Eats, god dang, what is that saying, man? The foods, man, people just sitting at home just delivering, huh? Is that laziness? Or you know, or you just got so
Oh,
much going on
well,
that you gotta have it delivered.
well,
Would you want somebody delivered? They might got cats in their car the night before and hair
yeah.
all over the place, you know. They may be dirty picking in. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't know who these people are, man. You know, that's a lot of trust. I don't like trusting people with my food that much. You know, that's why I don't eat out a lot as well. But man, that's a lot. But what does that say? What does that say? Is that laziness? What do you see it?
I mean, it's a touchy subject, but Miko underscore T3 said, it's some good food, John. So look here, man. That speaks to the sentiments of the overall. You know, it's more about convenience. I mean, you always gonna have lazy people. People are always gonna outnumber the people that's ambitious. You know, it just speaks to, you know, to be an elite. The elite is the top 10%, and then 1%, like we talked about. A couple episodes ago, is that 99%, 1% had 99% of the money. So yeah, if it was easy, everybody be doing it. You know, emotional intelligence is overall, but efficiency is the same as what we're doing with AI. We want efficiency. We can do it all. You feel me? But if you want to get caught in the rat race and then try to do it all, you know, then you're gonna hold yourself back. That's why everybody need to read the book, The Cash Flow Quadrants by Robert T. Kiyosaki, and you'll understand the mind state of those four quadrants, which is the employee, the self-employed, the business, and the corporation. You know, so yeah, business owners that's really getting to it and growing, trying to scale, you're always looking for the best way to be efficient, and that's what it is. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, we've been talking about Apple, right, lately, and
Mm-hmm.
Apple stock rose after the new iPhone release. I was listening to Rashad and them talk yesterday, and they was talking about how they. What's the other one? Not Rashad. What's the other one's name?
Ian or Troy?
Troy.
Troy's
Yeah,
uh,
Troy said he was out of the country or something. And, oh yeah, he said he was out the country and he was listening to. It was a different language, French or something out there. So he
yeah,
knew about the earphones. So he said he went to the store and bought the phones, and he said when he got them, they didn't go compatible. They only had to be with the 17. So
yeah.
anybody that got the 6 year lower. So he was saying how
Well,
Apple is
you
making
get
it
to,
to where you gotta upgrade if you want to get to the good ones. What was you gonna say?
no, he had that the 15 and up, 15 and up.
Oh, 15 and up. Yeah, is that what it said? It's
Yeah,
not 7.
yeah,
Yeah,
he had 14 Pro. Yeah,
That's what. Yeah, 14
uh-huh.
Pro. Yeah. And he said the
Yeah.
15, so he couldn't even use them. You know, so
Uh-huh.
I mean, Apple is making it to where if you want to upgrade with their technology, you got to upgrade with everything. That's a $2,000 phone right there.
Yeah,
We going
yeah.
we got to go on and tap in eventually, huh?
Yeah, man. As long as it's worth it, you know, as long as it's worth it, and I can understand it, you know, because I'll cut everything. I'm short, but you know, they know how to carry you on the string. They know how to do that, but you know, it just is what it is. Some stuff that's going on in the world right now is not going to be compatible on what's going on in the world back in the day. Like us as human beings, we gotta always continue to keep ourselves updated on what's going on. You know, so
Yeah.
I just think that just goes all the way around. You know, make sure that we continuously looking for development in all the areas of life, you know. And Miko underscore T3, yes, definitely. We about to check our messages when we get done. But yeah, we tapping in and tell everybody else too down in Nowlands. We want all y'all up in here.
Heck
Oh, you
yeah.
know what? And speaking of Nowlands, shout out to my guy Ray Sino, man. We interviewed him. He had a great interview. That interview will be coming out ASAP, man. Superstar barber, man, from Nowlands, man. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Islands. Yeah, so critics say innovation feels slower, but brand loyalty keeps sales high. So, so do you think Apple is innovating too slow, or are they saving big ideas? What do you think?
They, I think they had some struggles I heard about. I don't know what it is. It's some other stuff. I got to tap more into it though. So it's not just that they're just being slow in innovation. It's that they had some type of problems in the midst of it. But I think, I mean, from the studies I did, that they have more projects of artificial intelligence than any other company, and they've been doing it for longer. They had like 31 31 like since like a couple years ago. They was already big. They've been going for it. I think something gonna pop up, and the headphones. They're the first with the headphones. Who else got the headphones? I seen some little generic ones. I never tried none of them. You know what I mean? And I will, but they the first out with the headphones. So that's innovation right there. The headphones that's translating the languages.
When you gonna get the new phone?
Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna end up getting it soon though. I'm gonna get it soon. I'm just doing some more research, but because I can get the headphones, I got a 15. But I need a bigger phone. That's the thing. So I'm gonna eventually upgrade because I need a bigger
So what's
phone.
the new release? What's the new release phone then that just came out? What is that?
A 17.
I think that's what I was saying. I think the 17 is the one you got to have with earphones. I'm thinking.
So,
The Troy said. No,
according to
the other,
Troy,
no, or
you
whatever
said
his name is.
yeah, but
Oh, okay.
according to Troy, he said that you got to have a 15 and up. He had the 14 Pro.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
But there is a 17 out. That
yeah.
would
The
probably
17
make sense
just
for the.
dropped like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. It would probably. We just heard about it 2 weeks ago. It probably would make more sense if that was connected to the 17 and not the 15. I would think. But
What do
we'll see.
we
We'll see.
got? We got ChatGPT right now, brother.
All right, hit
Guess
it up, hit it
what?
up. Yeah, look it up, look it up. All right, so
Right.
I'm gonna answer the question. So, is Apple innovating too slow, or are they saving big ideas? Well, to me, Apple already knows that they got like the beehive of fans. Like iPhone, Apple people are down with the cause, and it's a bunch of different nationality, Asian, whites, or Caucasians, blacks, those three that come to mind right off the bat. Filipinos that, they man, we all love our iPhones, man. Everybody, I see a bunch of them that come into this barbershop that have been down for years, that I've been cutting for years, and they've been going with every iPhone they got. They got Macs and laptops that they come in with. So I think that the brand is very strong. Investors see it as a good long-time investment, but I do think that they're coming with something new. I think that they're putting most of their money into AI. I think that's what they're doing. So I think that they're gonna come out with some type of AI product. I think they're not putting their money into the cars. I think they're not putting too much money into these phones like that no more. I think they're trying to put a lot of money into something big with AI. So that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ain't no ifs, ands, or but if definitely a technology company. If if they're not putting their all in AI right now, they're obsolete. And I Apple been the leader for a long time in technology ever since that device that they came out with to make streaming music relevant. You probably can remember the name quicker than me, but you know they that's what they're all about. So when Tim Cook took over, that was his mind state. I'm the predecessor, or the predecessor of Steve Jobs. I got to be totally tapped in with technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I'm not pulling my money out of Apple. I'm gonna just tell you that. But yeah, it just says I just looked up the headphones. It says the 15. Let me see. So let me see. But see the line. Okay, iPhone until the iPhones until the iPhone 14, including the the various ones of the 14, plus they're coming with a Lightning port, so that you can connect the iPhone with it right now. I mean, in the future, but right now you got to have the 15. So it says Okay. About 15 years, but I know that I go back about. Yeah. So at the end of the day, yeah, the iPhone 15. Okay. Well, actually, it's kind of okay. But that was compatible. Calling about that about Tangent. So 17 without the lightning cord, but then you got to have a lightning cord for the 15 and the ones before that. So yeah, that's what it says. So you got to have like a 16 is looking like to me then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. So Meta's testing an ad-free subscription in the UK. Users pay $3.99 a month to remove ads.
Hmm.
That's crazy. So this is forcing a new revenue stream for Meta. So do you think Americans will pay for ad-free Facebook
Ad
or
free Facebook.
IG? I mean, where's the ads at? I don't see the ads like that on
Yeah.
IG and Facebook. Like they're just coming down the stream. YouTube ads stops.
Yeah.
For,
Exactly.
they stop it for 15, 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the real deal right there. But
Yeah.
just strolling down the thing, I don't even see the ads like that. I mean,
Nah.
I kind of enjoy the ads sometimes because you can just go like that if you don't care about it.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I can't. Nobody really worried about that. For real. Like you said, I got the ad free YouTube for my personal YouTube account, and amen, man, bro, because them the most irritating on YouTube. For real,
They're
man.
making it harder and harder to get rid of it too now. Now
Yeah.
you gotta wait the 5 seconds. You used to be able to just when it was 5 seconds, you could go to the next page and just be looking at scrolling while that 5 seconds go. Now it won't even let you go back to the next page. You have to
Yeah.
look at that for the 5, 10, 15 seconds or whatever they got you looking at that. So
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
yeah, how much do you pay a month?
You know what? I think it's like 20. I ain't paying for it. My girl. I just got on with her. She had already had it, so she just added me to the family thing. But we'll see later. You know what I'm saying? If I have to tap in, but as of right now, I ain't paying nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I think,
Well,
but
it's a
when
freeloader right now.
exactly when I looked it up, it was like 20. It was like 20, man. And for us that's hungry for the. I mean, we're gonna go back. Like I said, I want to always tap in and see how it could be useful for us barbers in our industry. And first of all, let's go back a little bit. That the headphones would be definitely useful up here in Las Vegas because we got so many people coming in speaking different languages and they don't speak English. So that'll be a good investment. And then you have the YouTube thing. you know, Everything is YouTube. We looking at haircuts. I wish I had YouTube when I was younger, but I'd be way more advanced in my haircut. And but yeah, that's worth the investment, man. If you really hungry, and you need to stay focused, and we talked about that as well. Like being focused is the number one common denominator between geniuses, man. So like you want to really focus. That's what meditation is about. Everything is about making your being at your ability to be focused, you know, uh, very, very, very strong. And yeah, man, I think it's a good investment. What you think about on YouTube? Because yeah, we can skip past Instagram right now, but what do you think about the YouTube aspect since we right there?
Yeah, I mean, well, what I was gonna say is small businesses have to make, that's marketing. We're doing it.
Yeah,
We're using AI, I'm sorry, IG for marketing. We're a small business and we want to have them ads out there.
yeah,
So I think that would hurt us in a way if we couldn't do that. So I think
yeah,
it would hurt small businesses around town to not have those ads on IG.
yeah.
YouTube, I don't really see too many small businesses on YouTube. Their ads probably are more. Have you seen the ad prices on those on YouTube?
How much it costs? I never
Yeah,
ran. I
yeah.
looked at it before back in the day, but I didn't follow through with it. So that tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Because I did
Because
ads
you
up.
don't see much local. You see way more local things on IG scrolling through than you do YouTube, right? You don't see too many local things for those ads, right?
On YouTube. On YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube. When you
I,
don't even look at ads no more, so what the heck am I asking you for?
but no, no, no. I mean, in the shop we got the ads, so I'm seeing them all day, more than I don't see them. So, but I'm seeing more local. It seems like
Oh, do you?
now they keep on bringing up Las Vegas stuff, but I still think the ones not local still outweigh the ones that's local. But they're making it their business to bring the local stuff to you. I'm noticing a lot of Las Vegas stuff.
Yeah. And the way and also I see it as this the new TV, man. YouTube is the new television now. So,
Oh, and it's been television.
but it's
Been
really
a
good.
new
I mean,
television.
it is really new TV. Like TV, people are not watching TV. We got YouTube TV for sports. That's all we
Exactly.
got it for. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, so the sports and the sports as you see, you look over here, Paramount Plus getting in. You look over there, Amazon getting games, Netflix getting games now. You know, they all go into the streaming thing. So I believe that YouTube's the new TV. So you got to have some ads on there. And if you don't want to, pay like you're doing, you know, or find
Yeah.
somebody that does it in freeload like you do, you know, just hey, look over their shoulder and get the code. So I believe that the ads have to be there because they got to keep YouTube going, and I like YouTube, and I don't want YouTube to go away. So whatever we got to do to keep it going is too educational, you know,
Yeah.
and entertaining, but very very educational because every time I ask AI for something, it tell me what to do, and if I ask, you know, some type of video or something like that, shoot me right over to YouTube, you know, a video straight from YouTube, you know, and AI, man, you know, ChatGPT is really good to ask questions like that because they'll get you to the right videos really quick instead of having to scroll and hopefully ask somebody here. They give you what you want. So yeah, that's
Mhm.
my opinion. That's my
Yeah.
opinion on it, man.
Yes, sir.
So yep, yep, yep. You see, what's the guy's name? Kay Kennett. You know who that is? A Twitch dude. You know who that is or no?
Oh, Kai. Kai.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Kai.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He got 1 million subscribers,
Man, he the
and yeah, that's the first time out there in history. So he had 1 million subscribers during his Marathon 3 stream. Twitch pays top creators up to 70-30 split at $5 to $25 per sub. Damn. His monthly run rate is huge. So could Twitch streamers become as big as sport contractors? I don't watch
sport
Twitch.
contractors. That's sport contractors. Like, what you mean, like how the sports teams is contracting people?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
Can they
mean, dude,
contract
bro.
like NBA players?
Yeah, he the guy. And then we got the other guy. I what do you say? Ice Speed or something like that.
Oh man,
I
that
so
dude is the dude
speed.
right there. Yeah,
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 Ice
I speed,
Speed.
I
Like
am speed, or
I
yeah,
so
I
speed.
NBA call him speed, but he everywhere. He
Yeah, I
shaking
so
hands
speed.
with everybody.
Yeah, he was just in Vegas. He was just in Vegas a few days ago. My dude, girl, had sent him a video because he was walking down. She worked on Fremont, and he was walking past there. But I want to give a shout out to Kai, man. He did his first in in school university at Akron University. You know what I'm saying? The school I used to go to, Akron University, and it was highly successful. And it shocked me that he chose Akron University to do it. But they are a STEM school, though. You know, they're STEM college. So shit, shout out to him. But man, congrats. But yeah, we about to twist. You know, when we was walking through the Las Vegas Barber Expo with our cameraman and everything, everybody thought that we was streaming. And yeah, real talk. That's what the
Yeah,
cameraman was
somebody
telling.
took a picture with me.
Oh yeah, that's
Somebody
what
want to take a picture with me.
he thought. Yeah, because the cameraman told them that you was famous. The person they seen us with and they like who is the famous person? He was like that guy right there. He came and took a picture. But you know what it is though. We need to start streaming. We gonna be on Twitch streaming. You know what I mean? It just that's how stuff happened. I had a part people that know me in my city. I had a body paint party, and the way that happened was when I came up here to Vegas to the clothing show, the magic show. I took a picture with two ladies that was body painted for a clothing line back in the day. And I put that on my picture for my regular 4th of July party I was throwing. But everybody was like, is the girls going to be in there like that? And you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me put this in motion right now. I hit my dude up that did airbrush painting, and he was like, yeah, I do it. Called up a couple girls that I knew that was possibly down with it. They was with it, and that thing turned out to be a success. and I had 4 of them. People was calling me from all over, and like, man, how you do that, boy? I want to do that for my birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Folks did it in North Carolina, Cleveland, and stuff following after that thing. And man, we're gonna do that same aspect with this streaming. People thought we were streaming. We're gonna really be streaming next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. About that body paint. So you had women that were just in body paint.
Just in body paint, man, and it was so funny, man. Shout out to my dude Fabian. Uh, we he didn't know. He didn't know. He knew he could do the body paint, but he didn't know the right material. So he used the same paint as he was airbrushing t-shirts with on the ladies, and they started off looking like art. By the end of the night, it looked like we were just straight up in a strip club, and then everything was gone. It was crazy, but
That's somebody's daughter, man. Those daughters you guys are talking about.
straight up.
I
But
hope
look,
you got compensated pretty good for that.
hey, it was crazy, man. Look, I didn't pay them nothing, bro. They used to hit me up. Everybody's there when they knew when
Hold
my
on, man. Y'all didn't pay them? Y'all
man.
had them in their butt
But
asshole naked
my
and didn't
last
pay them nothing?
my last one I paid the girls because we did it different. We did contests to where they could win, and they also was getting money from people to pay to take pictures with them. You know what I'm saying? So they was getting money all type of way, and but yeah, with the latex paint is what we was supposed to be using, and that's water resistant and all that. It don't come off. But he was using regular airbrush paint, man. It was crazy.
Okay, okay. Last one on this. Instagram is rolling out a setting where users can add or remove categories to control their feed. Comes after criticism that IG pushes addictive and random content. Will this make IG less addictive or just keep people scrolling longer?
Say it again. They're gonna be pushing just random content.
What?
Say what you
I
just
said
said.
Instagram is rolling out a setting where users can add or remove categories to control their feed. You know, you see shit you don't want to
Oh
see.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. You know, you see stuff that you don't want to see on
yeah,
there. Probably women, you know, and
yeah,
this painting that you were talking about. You
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to see stuff like that. So they got a setting where you can remove those categories to control your own feed. And it comes after criticism that IG pushes addictive and random content. You know,
yeah,
to so I'm saying, but so will this make IG less addictive now? I don't know how it'll make it less, but or will it make it, or will it just keep people scrolling longer? My opinion is it's going to keep people scrolling longer if they get to see what I want to see, right?
yeah,
Or is
yeah,
it taking you a long time to get through the women in the paint to get what you want? You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's the question. What do you think? And
yeah.
then
I mean, let me first say this, man, because we got negative connotation to addiction. Because addiction is usually we talk about drugs first and then go on down the line, and that's a bad addiction because it's bad for you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna break down your body, your mind, and all of that. You're gonna end up dead at the end of the day. Or definitely discapacitated. But an addiction to a good thing is what we need. We need to be addicted to learning. We need to be addicted to, being the best version as we are. So I'm gonna be addicted to the stuff that's good for me because now I get all of the bad addictions out the way. You feel me? So I'm definitely, I thought that it was already in action, but they fooled me. You know that where I was choosing what I wanted to see, and then they start throwing other stuff. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna get people addicted to the right thing when you get to choose the right thing. Long as you know what's best for you, though, because some people think that the bad stuff is best for them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do your study on what's really best for your mind first, and then become addicted to that. That's a good thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So my answer would be it would keep people scrolling as well. It should help. We could help our small business, our Fadeaway Barbershop, with pushing our content to real fans now and real people instead of people that are having to scroll through bullcrap all day. And if they don't want that, then we're gonna pop up. So that should help us a little bit with our small business. It gives us as creators more control, and for users more control. So Yeah, and then TikTok has a very strong algorithm, everyone says. So
Man, it's true.
this may help people on IG to now stay longer on IG because they're seeing more of what they want to see instead of like TikTok. Because TikTok, boy, you get on that, man, you'd be on that for hours. That was the first place I was on for an hour. I was like, what the heck? Just watching stuff that I obviously like seeing, and it just kept popping up and up and up, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think. All right, so the last thing is elephant in the room, man. Elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. Uh, let me see. The elephant in the room is Dame Dash went viral after the Breakfast Club interview, where he
Mm-hmm.
claimed he's not broke. His money is tied in family entities. He was
Mm-hmm.
accused of calling himself president of Spotify, which others denied. Said family offices protect wealth and keep its assets out of personal assets. That's what he was saying when everybody was saying he was broke. He was saying that he's got his money in the family. All his assets are not in Dame Dash's name. It's in some type of entity that his family owns, where he's somewhere on there, I would think, on the board or something, somewhere. So if you sue him, you cannot get that because he doesn't own all that. You only get what Dame Dash owns. So he says that all these houses he owns, you know, looking over the rivers and the lakes and, you know, all the great things he has is under names, and I mean under entities. So is putting assets in family offices a smart move for long-term wealth, and how?
100%. 100%. It's the trust. You just spoke on why, because they can go try to go for you personally, but if you don't have anything in your personal name, they can't get nothing. You know what I mean? So it's protection. It's protection, man. And you know, you gotta, man, this is what my thing is. You gotta learn from Dame Dash. We know we like to, you know, give him his props about his acute business view, and it's the truth. You know, the stuff that he say, but the way that he said it, the way that he dealt with things like that is became his downfall. You know, he was very emotional, even though how right he was and what he was saying. He was just so, and he still is. He's so emotional in his way, and it make good entertainment. We like to see it, but when I see the downfall of people, I don't like that. Like, because look at what this situation that he in, and we had to file bankruptcy. If he didn't burn the bridge with Jay-Z, Jay-Z could easily boom. Jay-Z's known for paying people's taxes. And we didn't even know it, and they came out and said it. You know what I mean? He paid 12 million, I believe, to for Lil Wayne's taxes and all type of stuff. Like, man, we would have to look up all the various stuff though. But like he just burned bridges. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to where he can't go, he can't. But then we learn from also his alcoholism. We see now that he really has a problem with alcohol. He has a really a problem with weed, but I think the alcohol is really the problem because it makes you so emotional. If you are already emotional, it's gonna make it worse. You got an anger, you got temper, it's gonna make the temper worse. That's why they give you alcohol in the casino, because they want you to make decisions with your emotions. But in turn, like I said, it's because his 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 drink. I would say probably all of that drinking. You know what I'm saying? Was really
What they
tied
found out
to his
drinking? When
problem.
did they say he was drinking?
Man, like, would you say? What did they say he was
No,
drinking?
I'm saying when did they like? What did he do? Like a intervention or something? Like what? What?
He didn't do an intervention. That's the problem. You feel what I'm
How did
saying?
they know he was drinking?
Man, I mean, look here. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you to watch two. I'm gonna tell you to watch two interviews that'll show you the way he drinks. Look at Drink Champs first of all. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh man, drink champs. He drunk more than anybody.
Man, he
That
drank
nigga.
everybody
I
under the
think he
table.
wasn't drinking. I was like, that nigga drinking water, bro. He got to be fooling everybody some type of way. Like he took
Yeah,
like 50 shots. He wasn't even phased. That nigga had
exactly,
no. He couldn't even talk. That was
exactly.
probably one of the best drink champs of all time, right there. But yeah, man, I don't think he was drinking, man. But anyway, yeah, that one. What
No,
else?
no, no. Okay, let me tell you another one. And then you want to go back to Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, when he was drinking with Club Shay Shay, same thing. But he referred to the Drink Champs. He's like, man, you ain't know about me. He like, man, you ain't see my episode on Drink Champ. I'm a rock star. You know what I'm saying? Straight up though. but now we probably understand now if he's still drinking like that at 50 something, when he was in the hard knock life tour, we both seen that. The way
Yeah.
he was flipping back then, you know he was drinking.
Everybody
So
was drinking on there, though.
yeah,
Every single
exactly.
person was drinking on that damn thing.
Exactly. Exactly. In your personality. So we also seen that everybody reacts different to drugs. I know several people on crack, several older people on crack growing up, but everybody wasn't the ones that you see on movies where they flipping out, they tweaking. You know what I'm saying? The other people they could operate. You didn't even really know they smoked crack. You know what I'm saying? So it ties to your personality. He has a very um, emotional, assertive attitude. So whatever he does is going to enhance that. You know what I'm saying? So I tie that to all of what he did now. Eventually, I mean, did back then under the influence of alcohol. It now you seeing the result of it later on. You know, no difference from Puffy. We found out during all of this process he's been going through the drugs that he was on. You know, he was always under the influence of drugs, which added on to his assertive and aggressive behavior. You know what I'm saying? And look at the results. You feel what I'm saying? So it's eventually gonna catch up. So that's why I learned a while ago when I used to drink during them parties. I was just telling you about them
Freak
pink
offs.
parties.
Oh.
Yeah. So you know that. But then it was a guy I was dealing with that owned the club, but he said it in a way he didn't say it directly to me, but he said it in a way that where he felt that I would understand it. He was like, "Man, I'm glad you don't drink on the job." You know what I'm saying? Because now you can pay attention at the end of the night when it's time to count the money and everything. You won't make no emotional decision. But he know dang well I was walking around the whole party with a bottle of Patron. You know what I'm saying? He know that was part of the game. I'm pouring it in people's mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking. I'm taking my shirt off, wilding out. You know what I'm saying? But he was telling me as a real businessman. You know what I'm saying? He said that's for after the business. You don't drink during business. You drink to celebrate whatever that's what you want to do after the business. You know what I'm saying? But so I think that's what we seeing with Dame Dash, man, is his problems with the alcohol and drugs added onto his assertive behavior, his assertive attitude. And yeah, this is the result we gotta learn from the people before us, man.
Yeah, so it says putting assets in family offices is smart. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Fadeaway Barbershop. That's cotton. So yeah, so I'm saying is putting assets in family offices a smart move for long-term wealth. I think it is because, like we said, it's a tax advantage as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rich people use entities for tax benefits and privacy, so that's a good thing. Also, private companies use um, um, family offices are private companies that manage wealth. They manage wealth as well. A lot of these family offices that you put together, and yeah, it's just a different way than being flashy with your money out there. Driving the big
Mm-hmm.
cars and having the biggest house, and driving the cars and the most jewelry and the vacations and all that. You put your money into these family offices. That's how wealth is built. So, I think yes, I think. Putting assets in family offices is a smart move for long-term wealth. That's what I believe. And
Uh,
yeah, yep. And Dame Dash, man, you know what I'm saying? He's great content, man. It's just, seems very hard to do business with a person like that, it seems. It seems. I wouldn't want to do business with nobody that acts like that. You're definitely going to be called out your name and disrespected at some time.
yeah, I mean, it's
definitely,
obvious.
definitely, definitely. He's gonna belittle you. I mean, I guess if you can take it. But he's yeah, I don't know about the Revolt and all that. They said he's supposed to be the president of Revolt, not Spotify. That's what it was, Revolt, because he's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be Cam's boss. So, but I think Dame Dash is still living good, but he could be living better.
Man,
And yeah, I think he works off of a lot of emotions. So yeah,
yeah.
that's about it, man. That's about it. We're going, Dame Dash, one of the legends out there, man. He's got a very big imprint in hip hop. He showed us the way to do things, as in at least have a mindset of business and ownership. Now, the way you go about it, He obviously didn't go about it the right way because he did private jets for 10 years or whatever, and buying all these homes, all these depreciating assets that he bought. He didn't buy a lot of appreciating assets like Jay-Z, businesses, startups, real estate, and things like that. That's what good real estate, not just any real estate, good real estate.
Yeah, but you know what? Thing is so crazy though, because remember, Jay-Z's he didn't handle nothing with the business. Dame was the businessman. Jay-Z was the artist. He said Dame used to come to him and try to explain the business part of it. He used to be like, okay, man, go ahead, whatever you want to do. He didn't want nothing to do with the business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's yeah, man.
Yeah,
we got to pay attention, man.
yeah, and maybe that's what it was. Like you said, the outlaw, because he's supposed to have known the business. He's supposed to know
Man.
business, and business. You don't spend all your money. Remember on the show he had where he don't even wear the same shoes. You
Yeah.
don't wear the same shoes twice. You know what I mean?
But it's a way to learn. But something went wrong with that too, because everything that he was doing was advertising and taking this, the experience mattered too and stuff like that. We got people that they all learned from Russell Simmons. Def Jam was their point of, that was the way that was their foundation of how they ran their business. You know what I mean? And Russell Simmons came out on top, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff is useful. You know what I'm saying? But it was something else in the mix of it to where he mishandled it.
Yeah, who you saying? Dame Dash mishandled it?
Yeah, he mishandled it somewhere along the line. But like you said, I just think though, too, man, the alcoholism, man, because it leads you to be more emotional. And then on top of that, when you got people praising you for your erratic behavior, now you really think that's the way. That's how Puffy got to the level where he was at. When you keep nothing but yes men around you, they'll let you go into a hole, brother. You know what I'm saying? Think of how many we talked about it. Like people when we was younger, old OGs guiding us the wrong way. We look back now like, man, them dudes, they could have told me to do this the right way. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? They led me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same way if you're the leader and you got nothing but yes men around you. If you got people around you scared to tell you when you out of line, but then even at the same time, when you got the type of attitude where you can't take constructive criticism, you know what I'm saying? Like you are trapping yourself to take yourself to a point to where Puffy and Dame Dash, those situations that they're in. So at the end of the day, a healthy mind, mental health has to do with responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta be aware, like, you know what I'm saying, of all that type of stuff, and make sure that you had a mind like I'm gonna take responsibility for whatever happened, and that'll help guide you to make the right decisions during the process.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it for Cloth Talk. This is where we put the financial literacy with the barbering. Try to show you guys out there there's different places to put your money than Foot Locker, the Nike app, car dealership, and what is that, Spirit? Everybody still flying Spirit out there? You like Spirit, Lauren?
I ain't got no problem with Spirit. I had to ride Spirit to the Invest Fest in Atlanta on the way there, and then I rode Frontier back. But I'm gonna say, it is what it is. It is what it is. They ain't the best, but
Yeah, well, just to try to show you put your money other places as barbers. We get it so fast. You'll look up 10, 15 years and you didn't invest very well. So we're trying to show you places that you can invest. So do your due diligence, and we'll see you next time.
that's it, and that's all. Straight up, off to the next one. Hey.
All right.
Yep.